This here is a story about cowboys and what do they do. Author, Carla Green, and pictures by Leonard Kessler. This one's just for you, Hunter. How about we read this story to them? Have you ever met a cowboy? Not a television cowboy, not a movie cowboy, but a real-life cowboy? Mike is a real cowboy. He lives on a ranch in the West. Hundreds and hundreds of cows are raised on the ranch. Mike wears a tall hat with a brim to shade his eyes. Over his tight pants, he wears coverers called chaps. The chaps, they protect his legs from the thorny bushes. Around his neck is a bright bandana. Sometimes he puts a bandana over his nose and mouth, like this, to keep out the wind and dust. Mike's saddle fits him perfectly. He can ride for many hours without getting tired. Hey, come back here. Mike's high-heeled boots keep him feet from sliding through the stirrups. Spurs on his heels are sharp. He presses them gently on the horse's side. Spurs prick just a little, and the horse goes faster. But where's Mike's gun? He doesn't carry one. Not in the Old West. Cowboys had to fight outlaws. Today's cowboys wear guns only when they must fight the wild animals. Life at the ranch. Mike works at a big modern ranch. Family that owns the ranch lives in the ranch house, and the cowboys live in the bunkhouses nearby. There's grassy land for many miles around. This land is called the range. The cattle wander around the range, and they eat the grass and grow big and fat. Clang, 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 clang! The breakfast bell rings. I know, scary. All the cowboys hurry to the ranch house. Watch them eat. Orange juice, bacon, and eggs, toast, cereal, stacks of pancakes, and cup after cup of hot coffee. Cowboys needs lots of food. It's real hard work ahead. Off the corral go the cowboys. The corral is a big round yard with a fence around it. The horses are kept there, and each cowboy picks out a horse. Then they ride out to the range to bring back more of the ranch owner's horses. Each horse has been running free all winter, and the cowboys need to help them in the spring cattle roundup. Thud, thud, bump, bump. 100 horses run, run, run. The cowboys must gather them together. Some ride behind the horses, some ride on each side. You getting that? This is a great story. At last, they get the horses into one bunch. Then they chase them back to the ranch and into the corral. These horses have become wild and hard to handle, but they must be tamed. Mike is on a wild bucking bronco. See the bronco jump and kick and up and down and up and down, and hang on, Mike, hang on. Mike is a good horse tamer. After a few days of taming, the bronco will stop bucking. Then Mike will be able to ride him, just like this. The spring roundup. Off go the cowboys on the spring cattle roundup. They must round up the calves and brand them. They also must give them shots of medicine to keep them well. Cowboy Mike, he leads the roundup parade. He rides ahead of the others to find a good place to set up camp. Next comes Andy the cook driving the chuck wagon. It is loaded with good things and pots for cooking. Clank, 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 clank. You can hear them pans for miles. Next come horses and horses and horses. Cowboy Ben, he rides behind them. He watches so they don't run away. He's called the wrangler. Last come the rest of the cowboys. Maybe you can hear their spurs go jingle, jingle, jingle. Listen. At last, the cowboys reach a place where they set up camp. Later, they ride out to the range. Cows are scattered all over, and they must be gathered together. The cowboys ride up and down and around, and they herd hundreds of cows into one big bunch. Now it's time to brand the calves. Brand is a ranch owner's mark. It shows which ranch the animals belong to. Don't worry, we're not going to brand you, I promise. Here's Mike on his cow pony. He rides in and out and among the herd of cattle. And he swings the lasso and ropes a calf. Quick, he pulls the calf to the ground. He ties 3 of its legs together, and now it cannot kick while it's being branded. Here comes Cowboy Joe with a hot branding iron. He presses the iron on the calf's side. It burns off some of the hair and makes a mark, but it doesn't hurt. Another cowboy gives the calf a shot of medicine. Then the calf is untied, and it runs to its mouth. Sometimes robbers called rustlers steal some of the ranchers' cows. They change the brand. They might change a P to a B, or they might put a cross inside of a circle. Then the owners cannot tell the cows belong to them. There are not many rustlers now, but there are some. Cowboys must watch out for them. After a busy day, the cowboys are very hungry, and Cook Andy has a good hot supper waiting for them at camp. Clang, 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 come and get it! The cowboys line up and fill their plates with beef stew, beans, tomatoes, freshly baked biscuits, and of course, cups of hot steaming coffee. They sit on the ground to eat. Second helpings, anyone? Oh, yes, indeed. And there is apple pie for dessert. Can you believe that? After supper, the cowboys sit around the campfire, and Mike plays his guitar, and all the cowboys sing. Soon, most of them get sleepy, and they go to bed, and there's bedrolls. 2 cowboys stay up all night and watch over the horses and cattle. The cowboys sing quiet songs, and their soft singing makes the animals sleepy. They do not try to run away. It takes several days to round up and brand all the calves. Then the cowboys' parade goes back to the ranch. Cowboys in the summer. The cows and some of the horses stay on the range all summer, and a few cowboys stay too. They live in the little cabins and cook their own meals. They watch over the cattle and mend fences and do other jobs. This cowboy, he rides in a Jeep. He's the smart one. He looks for sick or hurt cattle. Cow fell into a ditch. There's a telephone in the Jeep, and the cowboy calls for help. Another cowboy comes on his horse and helps to save the cow. They take her to the hospital pen and give her first aid. Roar, flash, flash, thunder and lightning. Storm scares the cattle, and they start to run. It's a stampede. Hurry, cowboys, ride fast. Stop the cattle before they run over the steep cliff. The cowboys wave their hats at the cows, and they make them turn back. Soon the stampede is over, and all the cowboys are safe. Good, huh? Some cowboys ride in rodeos in the summer. A rodeo is a cowboy circus. Cowboys do many tricks. Cowboy Mike rides a wild bucking bronco. Yippee! He's the best rider of all, and he wins first prize. Another cowboy wrestles a steer, grabs him by the horn, and pulls him down. Here's a cowboy dressed like a clown. He falls off his horse and jumps on again, off and on, again and again. The crowd laughs and cheers. And Cowboy Joe joins a roping contest. He spins his lasso and ropes a calf. Here's Cowgirl Mary. See her do a headstand on horseback. Some cowboys work on a dude ranch in the summer. People come there for vacations. Cowboys teach them to ride and take them on camping trips. Some cowboys work in the movies or on television in the summer. But in the fall, most of them go back to the ranch for the fall roundup. Now some of the cows are ready to be sent to market. Off goes the cowboy parade again. Cowboys round up the fattest cows and drive them along for miles. They drive slowly, letting the cows eat grass on the way. At last, they reach a place where the cows go into pens. veterinarian looks over each one. Only healthy animals may go to market. Now, most of the cattle is sold for beef, but some cows are sold to dairy farms. They give us milk, and cream, and butter, cheese, and tasty ice cream. And winter on the range, after the fall roundup, most cowboys go on vacations. Some cowboys get new jobs for the winter, but a few stay on the range and they look after the cows that have not gone to market. These cows eat grass all winter, and when snow covers the grass, the cowboys must bring them food. Whir, 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 here comes Cowboy Mike in a helicopter. He flies over the snowy range and drops hay to the animals so they won't starve. Mike uses his helicopter for other jobs too. Sometimes he drops seed for grass, looks for straying cattle, and he helps fight forest fires by spraying chemicals. Cowboys must know many things. They must be able to ride horses or drive jeeps. They must know how to care for sick or hurt animals. The cowboy's life is exciting. It is healthful and useful too. Would you like to be a cowboy hunter?